Oh yeah! Oh freaking yeah, folks. How are we doing? Oh boy. What day is it? It's freaking Tuesday! September 8th, 2020. Got the button-up shirt on today, feeling like a real professional broadcaster. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in to, what is it, episode 1249 of How You Been with Brett DeMott. That's me. The Motley Crew. Hang, I'm not going to totally rip off Mark Maron. I was about to do a little run of fun names that I could say to all you guys, but we'll stick to Soaks. It was a mistake the first time I said it, but now we're going to run with it. You're the Soaks, folks. You are... Yeah, I said the number wrong. 1,429. I may even have it wrong in the description of the thing below. I don't even know what I wrote, folks. Bang, bang. Listen, I'm having a rough time. I've been having a rough time. It's been a crazy freaking week, folks. Let me tell you this. We all knew that the weather was getting hotter. Okay? We all knew the weather was getting hotter. We all knew. We seen climate change coming from 6,000 miles away, folks, or however many miles around the world is. But this week, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not the kind of guy who does small talk about the weather, okay? I'm trying to get down to the nuts and bolts with people, okay? I want to know what's really going on in their life, okay? I'm not walking up to somebody in a party being like, oh, look at how many clouds there are in the sky. Oh, look, I wish we had got some rain this week. You know what I mean? That ain't me, okay? But in the current situation, it is absolutely impossible to live life and not constantly be thinking about this freaking weather, folks. I mean, there's the normal things that we got to worry about, okay? Sweaty pits, okay? That's the big thing, you know? I've been wearing 2 shirts every day because I've been scared of showing sweat through my pits. Because I don't want to be that guy that walks up to somebody, says hello, and all of a sudden you see them, their eyes just sort of go from looking in your eye to looking down at your pit. And you know what they're looking at. They're trying to be cool about it. But they're catching a glimpse of the pits, man. And I'm telling you this, we don't need to be ashamed of our sweaty pits, okay? Nobody here needs to be ashamed of that, okay? Don't be. But if you can get away with not having people see it, then that's okay. I'd much rather people not notice. But this heat's been freaking killing me, okay? As you all know who tuned in last week, I set up an Airbnb situation for the BB and the kids in these 2 storage units. I got a lot of flack online, people saying this was inhumane. People saying that, you shouldn't do this. These are your families. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that is probably true. So we made some changes this week, folks. BB and the kids are back in the house. They're here right now. They don't want to be on camera. I asked them, I said, do you want to just be on camera to prove to people that you're back in the house? BB said, absolutely not. But they're here. But we've sort of quartered off the house. BB says she still needs a couple weeks to reacclimate. She needs to see if I really have changed in all the ways that I said that I changed. Which I think I have. But the problem was the little AC units that I bought for the storage units were on the fritz, okay? And it's 110 degrees, okay, in those things. I put a thermometer in there just to check. 110 degrees in these storage units. And so I go back to the owner of the place, and I'm like, how are you selling these storage units saying that they're climate controlled when it's getting up to 110 degrees in there? This guy gives me the whole runaround. And I'm like, don't give me the runaround, dude. Okay? You sold me a damaged bill of goods. And he says, well, you should have been putting people in there in the first place, Brett. And I said, yeah, I know that that's probably true. Probably being the operative word. But I did it. And so now we all have to deal with the consequences, okay? One man's actions lead to consequences for everyone, okay? It's not just consequences for me. I'm getting heated. I'm really getting heated. But anyway, I got the guy to go in there and look and put in new climate control units in these things. So I've been sleeping there while BB and the kids had a house. I told them I need to use the studio to do my show, but I won't be there any other time. The house is yours. So I've been sleeping in these units. And you know, I love music. This is going to be my one big complaint. I love music, okay? But since when did bands rehearse in storage units? I'm sitting there the other night, sweating my little butt off. And out of nowhere, I start hearing somebody trying to pull a full Jimi Hendrix. Loud guitar, just going nuts. And then out of nowhere, I hear bass start coming in. And I'm like, oh no, the band's tuning up. This is about to be something serious. Then I hear drummer come in. And listen, my opinions are very strong, I know. And maybe this is wrong. This drummer sucked. This band sucked. My thing is, before you want to go in there and play full volume, you got to get good, okay? You got to get good. I played drums in a band, RX Bonanza. I've played drums. Drums are probably my instrument. I am currently, because I felt bad about having negative feelings about this band that was playing in the storage unit, I did decide to try to pick up guitar. So coming up this week, I got my first online guitar lesson. Which is really exciting because I'm trying to find new hobbies, ways to sort of channel my creative juices, because I haven't really had a chance to build anything or do any sort of big projects in the last couple weeks. So we'll see how that goes. I paid $45 for an online guitar lesson that I'm going to do this week. And then maybe, hey, who knows? Maybe next week on the show, I'll give you guys a little demo. We could do a little demo, see how it goes. I'll play, maybe I'll play a tune for you guys, play a couple chords, see what kind of progress I made or didn't make. Let's be honest. I'm open to the fact that I may be not a guitar player, folks. Okay? I said, give me a hell yeah. I could definitely, hang on the drums, okay? I can hang on the drums. But I may not be able to hang on the guitar. We're going to see how that goes this week with my first guitar lesson. I used this guy who, the reviews on Yelp weren't the best. They weren't the best reviews, but he was cheap and he was available. And a lot of people say you shouldn't go with the guy that's the most available. And I say, I don't know, that makes it so that I can be a little bit more flexible. If he's always available, I can move things around. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll come on, play a little tune for you guys next week, see how you feel, see if you like it, see if you hate it. Either way, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep at it, But yeah, like I said, BB and the kids are back in town. They're sort of settling back into life. The kids are doing the remote school now. They, we had to buy them all little tablets so they can look at it. Look at it being school. They got to look at school. They're all looking at school. You can't even say kids are going to school anymore these days. You can quote me on this, folks. Kids aren't going to school anymore. They're just looking at school. Hopefully they're still learning. Ain't no way to know, though. There just ain't no way to know. Folks, I'm really excited for the show today because got a good friend of mine I haven't seen him since the sort of quarantine started and the sort of stay-at-home orders took effect. We were good buddies. We used to go to a gym together. He used to spot me at the gym. I used to spot him. We traded spots. It's a good friend of mine named Art Gourmet. Haven't talked to him since then, so it'll be nice to catch up with him. But before we do that, in just a minute, I want to dip in the old mailbag, as we have been known to do. Let's see here. Let's find this a good question here. How about this one? This one's coming from Bree. Bree says, "Hi, Brett. Hope this summer's been going well for you. It's been going hot. Been running a little hot, Bree. Been a fan for about 18 years now. Hey, thanks for sticking around. Glad I ain't said nothing that made you upset. Recently come upon a shit ton of wood. Uh-oh. Treasure. She hit the gold mine there. I would love to make some raised garden beds, but my dumbass husband wants to make stools for our backyard tiki bar, and our idiot kids want a swing set." Okay, so first of all, love how we've editorialized our relationship with all of our family there. I totally get a sense of the dynamic. We would trust your opinion on what project to take on, and my husband would love any tips on how to make the stools. Thanks. Love the show. Bree, this is a great question. You know, this is like one of those situations. It's a tough call. Okay, I need some clarification, honestly. So if you want to follow up with another email with some clarification, I can maybe answer this question a little bit more in depth. But I'll say this: who saw the wood first is the real thing. Is honestly, it's a finder's keeper situation for the most part. So who saw the wood first? How much wood? When you say shit ton, I mean, shit ton is a different thing to everybody, okay? Shit ton to me could mean 10 pieces of wood. To somebody else, it could mean 300 pieces of wood. I need to know what a shit ton means. If you just want to make garden beds, your dumbass husband wants to make stools, and your kids want to make a swing set, I'll tell you this, those are three very different amounts of wood. Garden beds, what's that take? That takes like eight sort of, 8x6 planks or so. Stools takes, a lot of intricate woodwork. Swing set takes, honestly, you're going to need blueprints, and I wouldn't even know where to start with a swing set. When you make two triangles, you make a little crossbar, and then you got to buy the chains and the swings. It's also, another question, what type of wood is this? Bree, I don't mean to rip your question apart, but folks, if you're going to send me an email with a question like this, make sure you include all the most important details, all these questions. B, or not B, I guess this is like C or D or E, whatever point this is. How are your kids going to react if they don't get the swing set? That is a huge point that you need to clarify. Are your kids going to hate you for the rest of your life if you don't build them this swing set? Then I'll say this, maybe your garden beds can wait a little bit. Or hey, do you have a tiki bar that just don't have seats? Because that also, to me, indicates that, you got other things that you might need to worry about. If you ain't got no seats at a tiki bar, what is it really? I guess you could stand at a bar. Bars are known for standing, but in my head, I think you need some kind of seating in case your guests need to take a load off. I'll tell you this, the garden beds feel like the easiest. That's a simple, you need what? You need 4 boards and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nails or screws per bed. So if it's just a little bit of wood, I say go for the garden beds. But also take into account everything else that I said. I know I threw a lot at you, Bree. And if you want to follow up with another email, I'll gladly keep this conversation going. But just, it's a lot to consider. So maybe we'll follow up on this if I hear from Bree again with more information. But my instinct is the garden beds are going to be the simplest thing. But again, if you ain't got no seats at your tiki bar, I think that's a priority. And if your kids are going to hate you for the rest of their life, I think you got to do anything you can to prevent that. That's all I'll say. Thanks. Love the show, Bree. Bree, thanks so much for the email. Folks, I love getting emails. And I love to answer questions. So there's an email address right there on the screen. You can probably all see it. HowYouBeenShow@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Easy. Just shoot me an email. It can be anything. It can even just be, checking in. I say how you been to my guests. I say how you been to me. I also care how my viewers been. So, even if you just want to drop me a line to tell me about your day, that's absolutely fine. One of these days, I'm going to do a full mailbag episode. So, we'll need to fill that content. So, to shoot me an email anytime at howyoubenshow@gmail.com. Yeah, folks, I'm very, very excited for the show. Very excited for my buddy, my good buddy, Art Gourmet. We're going to have a blast chatting it up. I hope you all are excited for that as well. I'm going to jump to a quick break here in just a second, get Art on the line. When we get back, we'll chat with Art for a little bit. So, just stick around, hang tight. Talk amongst yourselves, check in with each other, make sure everybody's doing okay, and I'll be back in just a minute with my good buddy, Art Gourmet. Give me a sec. Oops, we're still muted. That's fine. I was still muted. That's fine. Everything's fine. Folks, I told you before I just went away for the break. I'm very excited for my guest today. Honestly, I haven't seen him in, it's been 1 week. I'm kidding. That's a funny joke. That was a funny little joke. It's actually been, it's been a couple months. But I'm really excited for everybody to meet my good friend, Art Gourmet. My man, Art, how you doing, buddy?
Dude, good to see you. How you doing? I can't believe, wow, what a world. What a freaking world, dude.
Dude, right? This world's just, it's I hesitate to say things are falling apart, but things might be falling apart, Art.
Yeah, it's sort of like, who's running this stuff? The freaking Joker? It's twisted outside.
Dude, I couldn't have said it better myself. In fact, I know the last text conversation we had, you made that exact same joke.
I've been sort of workshopping it in different group threads. It's something that it came to me and I was like, now this is good.
This is good stuff. This is a good joke. It's very apropos.
Yeah.
Who's running this stuff? The Joker?
The freaking Joker?
Yeah. Art, I'll tell you this, buddy. It's really good to see you. You and I, we met at the gym, obviously. A lot of people look at me and they say, Brett, doesn't look like you lift too much weights. And I say, folks, I don't do it no more because I got hurt doing it. But I used to go to the gym. Honestly, about 3-4 times a week. 2 of those times were just to sort of, walk on a treadmill a little bit.
Dip your toes, get your little feet wet.
Yeah, and I'd work out about twice a week, do a little bench press, do a little arm curls, do a little
one of these.
Right, the chest fly, I think is what they call that.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Right, and you kind of have you don't call it that. You have your own system, which is what attracted me to working with you in the gym anyway. Because you were one of those guys that doesn't use the gym the way that other people do, right?
No, yeah, I sort of come in with my own little routine and my own little sort of my own set of rules, the way I run my gym. I like to think of any sort of gym as my gym, and so because like when I'm on the machines. That's my time, baby.
Mm-hmm. I understand that. And when you say your gym, I mean, you don't own a gym. You use you have.
I'm not the proprietor of any sort of gym at all. Not in the least.
No, you're because I know we worked out together at 24-hour fitness.
Those were those were the days back then. Back at the old 24. I call it the 24. I'm sort of the Jack Bauer of 24-hour fitness.
You're the Jack Bauer 24-hour fitness?
Yeah, and any spotter of mine is my Chloe, so okay. I would call you my Chloe. That's why I would call you that.
Let's sort of walk this sort of thing out to its logical conclusion here. You're the Jack Bauer of a 24. So Jack Bauer was a famous agent for a sort of anti-terrorism unit, if I'm
That's right.
correct?
Yeah. Post 2001 anti-terrorism, just classic stuff.
Right. And so you, in your brain, view yourself in relationship to the 24-hour fitness as a Jack Bauer of the 24-hour fitness. So are you sort of going to the 24-hour fitnesses to sort of make sure people aren't trying to like plot anything or like do something scary?
Not so much that, no, it's more that I treat working out like I'm sort of SEAL Team 6, okay? So any sort of like negative energy that I got, any sort of like sort of negative calories that I'm taking in, I'm combating those things on the treadmill, on the thing, like I'm taking out terrorists.
Hey, I'm sorry, negative, what do you mean when you say negative calories? You realize you can't eat negative calories, right?
Well, okay, so you're thinking negative as a sort of like anti-calorie.
Right.
I'm thinking negative as like bad calorie.
Oh,
so
okay,
like,
okay.
So like, I feel like there are good calories that you get in, like protein. I call it pro.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're getting that good pro and you're getting that sweet like grilled chicken or something, that's the sweet spot. Those are good calories.
You said grilled prote?
Yeah.
You gotta get the good prote, folks. Honestly,
the good prote.
I'll tell you this. Most of my sessions with Art when we were at the gym together were mostly about protes. Protes and veg, he used to always say. He always used to say
veg. I love that. Those are my two favorite food groups. The rest of the pyramid, my food pyramid.
Yeah.
It's a freaking trapezoid, dude.
Yeah.
Because I don't even build the rest of it.
Right.
It's just grilled meats at the very bottom, and then just like right above it, veg, and then that's it.
You sort of just took the center of the traditional food pyramid, because typically the food pyramid is grains at the bottom. And
That's
then
right,
like whole fats and sugars at the top. You just took the middle chunk and made it the food trapezoid.
That's right. And something that's really been bothering, I feel like grains aren't as healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it should go from healthiest to least healthy.
Yeah.
The food pyramid.
Yeah. Well, I've always heard that the food pyramid was actually created by. I mean, it was created by
aliens.
Now we're not going to get into this discussion again, Art. Okay.
Art, well, how'd they get there?
Had the food pyramid get there? You think aliens installed the food pyramid into modern discourse?
How'd it get a perfect tomato on it?
Somebody drew it, Art. What do you mean how to get a perfect tomato on it? There's not like a picture of a food pyramid that's actually like food that people were like, this is the food pyramid. People just drew, it's a representation. It's not like a real thing.
All right, well, I'm going to get to the bottom of it Sunday, and you're going to be eating crow.
Your
second favorite pro.
It's alarming to me how many people who I've talked to on this show have some sort of conspiracy theory in their mind. And I'll tell you this, it's a sign of the times,
Yeah, we've all had this extra time to think about stuff like this.
And if you've, of course, taken all your time in quarantine to think about how the food pyramid is an alien conspiracy, which to me feels insane. Art.
Yeah, the Greys put it here. The Greys gave us the food pyramid.
The Greys? What are the Greys?
The Greys, the aliens, the little gray aliens. That's what we call them.
We. Who's we? Art. See, Art, I feel like here's the problem with our relationship. It was such a surface level relationship. I don't think I ever really got into who you really are. And now I'm scared that I've invited you onto my show, and you're going to use this platform to sort of spread information that maybe I'm not comfortable with.
No, so this is a new thing. So like that's why we're sort of bumping up against.
Okay.
You haven't seen me in a couple weeks.
Right. So your conspiracy theories are new for you.
Yeah, I got into them just yesterday.
All of them? Yesterday?
Well, I'm sort of doing what I would call a salad bar sampling of them. I'm not taking all of them in, but I'm just okay, I'll get some of that. I'll get some of there's a second shooter. I'll get some of the controlled blast sort of situation.
Conspiracy theories are a golden corral for you.
Yes, conspiracy theories are a golden corral. And baby, all the information is the soft serve at the end, which is negative calories, which is terrorism.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think we all get that now. That makes perfect sense. I don't think we need to pull it apart any further. But I know as a person who made going to the gym a pretty huge part of your personality, I'd say it's
7 days a week, dude. Every single day of my freaking life. Until I freaking die in a gym.
So this must be a really difficult time for you.
I'm still going.
To which gym?
24, baby. I ain't Jack Bauer for nothing.
Well, the 24 we used to go to is closed. Are you having to travel out of the city to go, or how are you getting in?
No. I'm sort of doing, you know how I'm always calling something else.
Uh-huh.
So this is when I'm doing what I call the John McClane. I get into those vents and I'm sort of sliding around on my belly.
You're breaking into the 24-hour fitness in order to work out?
Well, somebody's got to wipe down those seats. Somebody's got to wipe them down. Who knew they gotta get wiped?
So you're breaking into the 24-hour fitness to clean it?
Well, I respect the gym, and so I got to clean all the stuff. I can't use it if it's not clean.
Nobody else is using it, Art.
You don't know how sweat works.
And I'm also breezing past the most obvious thing I should have called out, which is that you are breaking into a 24-hour fitness in order to wipe down machines and then use them. So you're breaking and entering to get them gains.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but there's some stuff that I just can't. You know how the gym is. You go there 2-3 days a week. It's hard. Yeah, I can't do all the crazy big stuff that I want to do without another person there.
Right. So what are you doing then? You're going in. The wipe down can't be the workout.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's about 90% of it, and I'm doing what I call an extreme wipe.
Extreme wipe. Okay.
Yeah.
This sounds interesting. Let's give us some details.
So yeah, I am going around. I got 2 paper towels on my hands.
Okay.
Sort of like wrapped around.
Double fisting paper towels. I like it so far. Ready to clean.
So what I'm trying to do is there's 2 machines on either side of me,
mm-hmm.
and what I like to do is I like to sort of do a stretch and reach over there, do some wiping.
Okay.
And then I do another stretch over here, and I do some wiping, and I do that for about 4 or 5 hours.
So it's still stretching. So far,
it's a lot of stretch. Well, I got to get underneath there too.
Okay.
So I'm lifting, doing a little wipe.
I guess I had no idea, based on our interactions, how much you enjoyed cleaning, and I had no.
I love a clean gym. I love it.
I mean, that's good. That's a good thing, I guess.
I hate staph infections.
Hey, don't we all? I got a staph infection when I was born.
Really?
Yeah, baby boy ended up with a staph infection, had to be in the hospital for a few weeks.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was scary. I wish somebody had been there to do an extreme clean for me in the hospital when I was a baby boy.
Well, if I was there, there's no way I could have been. But if I was there, oh man, there would have been a speck of dirt in that whole dang hospital.
I mean, yeah. I wish you had been there. But listen, Art. I don't mean to, to ask tough questions. That's not what this show's about.
Are you gonna get me?
I'm not gonna get you. I'm not gonna got you. I'm not gonna got you. That ain't what this show's about. But I just got a question. When we were going to the gym, you would spot me doing a bench press. You'd spot me on a leg press. You'd spot me doing curls. You'd spot me doing all sorts of stuff. And then I'd spot you doing those things as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'll say this. We've probably incidentally known each other for a couple years now. And I think muscle-wise, it feels as though your body has the same sort of amount of muscle mass as it did when I first met you. And so I'm wondering if you just essentially admitted that most of your gym routine is cleaning. Have you ever gotten have you ever gotten gains?
What kind of question is that, man? Have I ever gotten gains?
It was a weird question. The phrasing was weird. Let's not talk about
Have I ever gotten gains? What does this look like to you?
I mean, it looks like a firm arm. You can kiss it. That's a good thing.
I can give it a little kiss.
You can give it a little kiss.
But look. I'm in there. Look, I said I was in there. I'm in there every day, 7 days a week, and I'm working my freaking ass off in there. Pardon my French.
Okay, but you say you're in there. So we know for a fact you're in there.
I'm in there, and I'm putting in the work. Hey, Rise and Grind. Ever heard of it? I'm there at 5 a.m. every day.
So, okay. Let's run the details back one more time for anybody who's just tuning in. You break into 24-hour fitness through the vents, John McClane style. Your words, not mine.
Sliding around in my little belly.
Sliding around. And then you do what you call an extreme clean, where you take 2 paper towels, put them on either hand, stand next to 2 machines, and do a sort of yoga stretch over and wipe. Maybe we just haven't gotten to the part of your routine that is meant to sort of see the real results of muscle gain.
Well, if you remember when we met, my arms and legs basically looked like what they would look like if they were just bones but did have skin on it. I was sort of like what they would call like a human skeleton.
Right. That is a technical term, human skeleton.
That's what hey, that's what the doctor said.
Yeah.
That's why everyone knew I was walking around, because it sounded like a xylophone was coming down the hallway.
And this was the sound of your bones clanking together.
Smacking each other around, yeah. But now, look, sometimes you don't go to the gym. I got gains, but you're not always trying to get gains when you go to the gym. Some of this is maintenance. So I've been maintaining for years. I haven't gained any muscle. And I also haven't gained any fat. So I've been keeping it off for a long time.
I mean, that's really the goal, isn't it? It's just to be, and hey, and also health is more important than any of those things.
Oh, man, you from your mouth to God's ears to then he said it to me.
So it originally came from me then still.
Yeah.
Good.
But he sort of did I played telephone with God.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Oh, okay. I didn't actually realize that you were a religious person, Art.
I'm not, but we're
I mean, if you're playing telephone with God, I don't think you could deny being a religious person.
I feel like religion is often based in belief, and I don't necessarily believe in God. I just know him.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So God's just sort of like a dude who's like your friend.
Yeah, we met at an old gym buddy of mine.
Okay, so just to clarify though, in your brain, is God a physical human? Is he a physical human being who lives among us?
Well, his teachings and his image certainly live around us.
Uh-huh.
And
that doesn't answer the question that I asked.
Is he a physical guy? No. But is he a sort of omnipresent set of ideas? Yes.
Okay. With a voice?
Yeah, with a voice, with messengers to carry out said, speakings.
Speakings?
Yeah, his little speakings, the little things that God says.
I've never heard of God's words being called speakings before, but I guess I actually like that. I like that idea that it's it's just things that were said out loud. You could look at every episode of my podcast as Brett DeMott. I say Bill because there's another guy named Bill DeMott who's a really bad guy who is a wrestling trainer for the WWE. So
when someone also has my last name, I also could get confused and think I'm talking about them.
Right. And here's the thing. Not many people have Gourmet as a last name.
No.
In fact, I don't know that I've met a single other gourmet. How many gourmets have you met?
We're a big brood.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of gourmets. And there's me, there's me, Art, there's Mark Gourmet, there's Jonathan Gourmet, Joe Gourmet.
Okay. So
Melissa
far
Gourmet.
Okay, I was going to say
Aria Gourmet, David Gourmet.
Keep going.
Chauncey Gourmet.
Okay.
Let's see. Who else is there? Gourmet.
Okay.
That's sort of, Gore. Gourmet. Let's see. Bill Gourmet. Donovan Gourmet. Ray Gourmet.
Ooh, Ray
Bosch Gourmet.
Flash
Ray
Gourmet?
Yeah, there's a Bosch Gourmet.
Bosch Gourmet. I thought I said Flash Gourmet.
No, but there is also a Flash Gourmet.
I had no idea. You guys must stick together because I've never met a gourmet out in the wild.
I haven't seen them in like over 10 years at this point.
Oh,
we were sort of doing the whole social distant thing pre-COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You guys were the initial sponsors of the idea, huh?
That's where everyone sort of got the idea from. Was sort of us. We had been doing it.
Were you guys doing it for any reason? Was there sort of like a gourmet specific illness that you guys were trying not to spread to each other, or what was going on there?
We just didn't want to. Well, because all my family has the same sort of like skin to bone ratio disease that I have, that I had to then work really, really hard to even get this amount of muscle. So what happens when all of us get together is, do you know those sort of like old cartoons with dancing skeletons? Like in a line? Mm-hmm. That happens to us and we can't control it.
Okay. So there's just some sort of cosmic energy that kind of draws you guys together and you do a little choreographed dance.
Sort of like two-step, little like skeleton little dance.
Here's the thing, Art. Before, when you brought up the idea of alien conspiracies, I was like, this is nuts. There's no way that this is true. But now seeing the sort of breadth of your life experience, specifically this instance of you sort of being compelled by some unnatural force to dance with other people with the last name Gourmet, I'm realizing that maybe your life experience has sort of put you in a place where it's pretty easy to accept a fantastical explanation for a real-world issue.
I think that's a good. Hey, look, I'm not paying you by the hour for this, am I? Because that's much more work than my freaking therapist has gotten.
No. Oh, you're doing therapy? You're doing therapy, huh?
Every week, baby.
That's interesting. I've thought about it for the last 35 years, but every time I think it's maybe a good idea, I decide that it ain't.
Well, it's not for everyone, and not everybody should do it, especially men. No men, we probably shouldn't all be doing it.
That's what I've heard. I've heard that unless you want to change who you are fundamentally, you shouldn't do therapy, because therapy is a thing that will completely change you fundamentally, and it will make you a different person. A lot of people say for the better, but as a man in modern society, we sort of we got to stick to our guns.
We gotta stick to our guns and eat stew.
We gotta eat stew. That is a good thing. That's a good thing. Stew is good. I don't like that stew became political this week because I really love stew. I really love stew a lot. I'm a stew guy. Listen, I am a stew guy, but I'm also nice. So
I'm nice too, and I also like stew.
Yeah.
What are your top stew components?
Top stew component: carrot, potato. Easy. Carrot and potato.
That's it.
It's carrot, potato, beef broth.
I'm sneaking in an onion, baby.
Onion's good. Unnecessary though. Honestly, it's not. I don't think onion is necessary. I think if you got a potato, you got a carrot, you got beef broth, and you got some sort of protein there, I think you got a good stew.
Hell yeah, dude. A nice little freaking chuck roast in there. Why not?
And listen, I don't mean to get on a soapbox that I've been on before, but I am just about sick of onions getting spoiled on my counter. Okay? I am just about sick. Onions go bad so fast. It feels like I buy them at the store, and then 2 days later, they're melted into the little wicker basket that I got all of my dry vegetables in.
They're like the banana of stinky foods.
It's true. And because listen, folks, bananas aren't a stinky food, okay? Bananas go bad fast, but bananas are a stinky food. This is a conversation Art and I have had before.
Bananas smell good.
Bananas smell good even when they're rotten.
Yeah.
That's what we both believe completely.
Well, it's what we always say.
Yeah.
Hey, it's still a banana.
Yeah. Which is, a lot of people, you should have seen it. People say, when you work out, you got to worry about taking in potassium. Bananas are great source of potassium. You folks out there should have seen the condition of the bananas that Art Gourmet would bring to the gym. Not only were these bananas sitting on the counter for weeks, but then he'd put them in his tiny little bag that he also kept his phone in, his keys, his huge wallet. He's the only person I know who has a little coin pocket purse thing.
Oh yeah, I got that from Big Bear Lake as a souvenir.
And so this guy's coming in there, and when I say that Art walks with a pep in his step, that is an understatement. Art walks so that every part of his whole body is moving as much as possible. Shoulders, arms, legs. He's like wagging his torso. His head moves. Honestly, it's the funniest gait I've ever seen in my whole life. This dude opens up his little bag that he brings to the gym, and I mean, these bananas look like, what's the best way to describe this? This looks like, how when like you got a fruit tree on a concrete sidewalk, and the fruit falls, but nobody wants to clean it up. And so people are just walking on it, and over time, everything gets so smushed up that it just dyes the concrete, the color of the fruit. So you got like
it's like a fruit basket in a Tim Burton movie.
Exactly. That's what's going on in your little backpack. And then we do a little bit of a workout. You head into the locker room, and you come out, and I say this, and I'm not exaggerating here, folks. Art will open his little backpack, and he'll hold it. He'll hold it like, how when there's just crumbs? I'm speaking in only metaphors today, it seems. But how there's in a bag of chips when it's just the crumbles in the bottom, you'll open it big, and then you'll hold it by the bottom and just go, and let the crumbs fall into your mouth. Art does this with smushed up bananas in his backpack. He takes out
everything. None of it gets in my mouth. It all just gets everywhere.
Right, and you're just sort of cleaning it up off of you, licking it off your fingers. Yeah. It's honestly, it's one of the most insane things that I have ever seen someone do in my whole life, and I've seen some crazy stuff, folks. I've seen some really crazy stuff. But you love bananas. We love bananas. Bananas are good.
We love them here. That's one of my, I know I only got 2 spots in the food pyramid, but if I could add a third, it would be for bananas only.
Okay, a lot of people would say that bananas are in the same section of the food pyramid as fruits and vegetables, but you want a separate section for bananas.
I've been pushing to sort of separate the fruit from the vegetable lobby, and I don't think that they should coexist. Actually, I say, keep your fruits out of my vegetables, and vice versa.
Keep your fruits out of my vegetables.
Separation of fruits and veg.
Right. Which is a catchy slogan. It's worked for other things in the past. Separation of church and state. I guess I wouldn't say that's worked.
No, it's been perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more this country has been really good at separating church and state.
There's like a gap. There's such a large gap in between them.
Honestly, that's the thing that this country is the best about. It's the best about making sure that there's no state-sponsored religion.
None. Zero. Zilch. Zip.
America, in that regard, is perfect, folks.
Yeah, and in that regard.
Yes, in many other regards, we are not a perfect nation, and we know that. But the second you come, if anybody comes into the chat and says America,
the implication of it.
If they come into the chat and they say America has ever been bad at not keeping church and state separate, I will take that argument to my death. Okay, that is one thing I will not stand for, people. This country This country is so good at separating church and state. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, it burns me up that people.
I'm so pissed just even thinking about it. What?
I'm upset. We got to stop talking about it. I'm so upset.
I'm cheesed off.
Yeah. Oh, don't be cheesed. Don't be cheesed.
I'm cheesed.
No, don't be cheesed, Art. Art, don't be cheesed. Relax. Take a deep breath. It's okay. Everything's okay. Yeah, do the thing that you do where you make yourself hyperventilate. And this is how Art handled anxiety in the gym. If he felt anxiety, he'd make himself hyperventilate, and then it would just, as it dissipated, it would go away. Oh man!
And you know what? I feel more calm than from when I started, if I'm being honest.
That's good. That's how we always want to walk forward every day. That's what I've always said. Always walk forward. Never be where you were, be where you are and where you're going. How's that for a nice little piece of advice? Sometimes these things just fall out of my mouth, Art.
No, you remember, I have that tattooed on my back. And you've seen it at the gym. Because I'm skins at the gym.
Oh, you are. We do shirts and skins. I'm sure it's Art's skins. And I did steal that. From his back. I tried to pass it off. I don't know what made me think that I could pass that off as my own idea, saying it directly to your face, the person who has it tattooed on their back.
I wouldn't say you stole it. I would say that it was so lodged in your brain that you just thought that you came up with it.
Right, yeah. It's just a thing I think about so often that it feels like an original thought.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. So that you know what? I will not be taking you to IP court. I won't be doing that.
Oh, appreciate that. I don't want to go to IP court again. No. I'm currently getting sued by Mark Maron.
Oh, for that little stunt you tried to pull at the top of the show, huh?
I just got a cease and desist in my email.
You didn't happen to pow shit your pants when you read it, right?
I mean, it scared me. I had to quickly switch the email to read a viewer email because I got so scared of the cease and desist I got when I almost started using catchphrases to call my viewers a bunch of different names. Mark Maron's lawyer reached out to me immediately and sent me a cease and desist. So the reason that I stopped mid-sentence was because an email flashed into my inbox immediately when I started doing it. And I played it off pretty good. I don't think anybody who was watching knew that was what was happening.
No, but I've gotten one of these before that the subject say, you're in big trouble, buddy.
It did. You're in big trouble, buddy. Love, Marin.
That's all it said.
Yeah.
Dude, well, you gotta.
The inside said the inside just said cease and desist. So yeah, it was
okay.
Yeah, so there was a little bit of context in the email.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, man. Art, I'll tell you this, man. It was really good catching up with you today. I don't want to keep you too long. I know you
Brett, this
is
my pledge.
Oh, I love to hear that. I really, truly love to hear that, Art. And I hope that things continue to go as well as they can for you. I hope you resist the sort of slippery slope into conspiracy theory territory so that when we do end up back in the gym together, I don't have to pretend to listen to you and just say, oh, wow, that's crazy every few sentences. Because we all know that's how you got to deal with people who are saying things that you don't necessarily agree with, but you don't want to confront. You just go, that's crazy. Yeah,
I get most of my conversations go like this. I try to say something to someone, and they just go, huh.
Mm.
I get a lot of, huh.
And a lot of this, a lot of this head motion.
You don't say that kind of stuff. But I got some links that I'm gonna send your way. And,
okay.
So you can just kind of maybe educate yourself a little before next time we chat.
You can send those to howyoubenshow@gmail.com, and anybody who's watching can send me an email to that email address as well, potentially get it read on the show. But Art, I'm going to let you go, buddy, because we got to wrap the show up. But I'll tell you this, it was really good to talk to you, even though part of the things that you said made me fear for your sort of mental future. But
hey, thanks for having me, and thanks for always checking in. I appreciate it.
Hey, that's what we got to do. You got to check in on the people that you know, folks. Not just the people that you love, not just the people that you call close personal friends. You got to check in on all the people that you know. If you know them, make it your responsibility to call them at least once or twice a month.
You
gotta.
And no matter the time, dead of night even.
Yeah, doesn't matter how late. Does not matter how late at all. At all. Oh, man. Art, It was so good talking to you, man, and hopefully we'll see you real soon. Truly, just such a pleasure to chat with and catch up with, and I'll be catching up with you again real soon. I hope, buddy.
See you soon, buddy.
All right, man.
Talk to you later.
You take it easy. All right, folks. That was my good buddy Art Gourmet. Art Gourmet, of course, a friend from the gym. He's a friend from the gym, and sounds like he's hanging in there. I'm not gonna judge him too harshly for any of this stuff that he said, because we're all going through it. Okay, now's the time that we need to give ourselves a little bit of extra rope. Or leash, not a rope. Let's not talk about giving each other ropes. Nobody needs ropes. Ropes are useless right now. But yeah, folks, thanks so much for tuning in. I like to take donations at the end of every episode to give my guests a little token of my appreciation. So if you could spare a buck or two, there's a link down below here to donate. And I'd really appreciate it if you could do that. This money will go straight to paying old Art, because it sounds like he's doing a lot of work, and I don't think he's getting paid by the gym to do all that cleaning. So I think we should do our best to give him a little something, maybe make him reconsider that approach completely. But yeah, like I said, this week I got my first guitar lesson. Going to try to throw myself into a new hobby, playing guitar. And we'll see how it goes. Next week I'll maybe play you guys a tune or two. And we'll see how it goes. Who knows? Who knows how it's going to go? I'm not going to have any expectations because, as I've said in the past, expectations make it so that your feelings can get hurt by how bad you do. That's what I say. And, hey, who knows? Maybe next week me and BB will be back in the house together. Not gonna hope for that. Just going to try to manifest it. But yeah, like I said, throw a couple bucks if you can into the whatchamacallit down below. The whatchamacallit. Throw a couple bucks into the whatchamacallit. All that money will go straight to my good buddy Art. As always, folks, I really appreciate you watching the show. It's a highlight of my week every Tuesday, being able to do this with all you guys. And so I want to be able to keep doing this forever. A quick announcement. John's going to remind folks of this throughout the coming week on his streams, which are Thursday, Friday, Sunday. This show is going to be moving to 6 p.m. Eastern time. 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central. Because I've been trying to book some guests, and the middle of the day on a Tuesday or early evening on a Tuesday is kind of tough to get people booked for. So I'm going to move the show to the evening. We can all eat dinner together and check in on how we've been for the week. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that. That announcement will keep coming throughout the week on this channel, as well as various places on the internet. But yeah, not to harp on it, but yeah, if you could throw a buck into the donation pile down below, that'd be great. If not, it's totally cool. Just come back and watch us next week. And every week after that, folks, I had a blast this week. I'm going to continue to have a blast learning how to play guitar this week. I hope you all have a wonderful time. And until next time, Brett out.